Dominique Arden is a senior student athlete on the baseball team who plans to study finance at Davenport University next fall. Dom's favorite team memory is winning the Frankenmuth tournament last season, and his advice to future athletes is to enjoy it while you can. Dom would like to thank his parents for doing whatever is needed to succeed. Thank you to Justin Robinson for helping him improve his game, specifically as a pitcher. Thank you, Coach Tang, for always being fun, upbeat, and a positive presence. And lastly, thank you, Christian Pelega, for helping Dom through his 4 years, both in the weight room and on the field. Thank you, Dominique Arden, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills schools. Aiden, the Purple Hoser Dixon, is a senior student athlete on the baseball team who plans to attend Ohio State University in the fall. Aiden's favorite team memory is going down to Florida for spring training while hanging with the guys. His advice to future student athletes is, if you want something, go and take it. Aiden would like to thank all of his coaches and teammates as they have made his high school life so much more fun. They are truly amazing people. Thank you, Aiden Dixon, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills schools. Connor McCormick is a senior student athlete on the boys baseball team who plans to study business and play baseball at Grand Valley State University this fall. Connor's favorite team memory is hitting a home run at Comerica Park and celebrating with his teammates. Connor's advice to future athletes is to always listen to your coaches and give it your all every practice and every game. You never know when it'll be your last. Connor would like to thank all of his coaches throughout his high school career. Thank you, Connor McCormick, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills schools. Payton Perotta is a senior student athlete on the baseball team. Big P plans to study sport management at Syracuse in the fall. Payton's favorite team memory is winning the Frankenmuth tournament, and his advice to future athletes is to play every game like it's your last. Many of us didn't realize we had already played our last game. Payton would like to thank his dad for being both his coach and a leader in baseball and in life to help him become the person and athlete he is today. Thank you, Big P, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills schools. Justin Sitamma is a senior student athlete on the baseball team who plans to study journalism at either Syracuse or Western Michigan University in the fall. Sat's advice to future athletes is to always bring the hype. Justin's favorite team memory includes the Frankenmuth tournament and last year's trip to Vero Beach. Justin would like to thank his family, which includes his dad, who's been coaching him since he could walk. Mr. Sitamma did not miss a game his junior year and wasn't going to miss one this year either. He's an amazing role model, and Justin is sad and disappointed he will not get to play his final game in front of him. Justin would also like to thank his mom, who has never stopped being his fan. She has spent hours of her time driving Justin to tournaments and away games. Justin can't thank her enough for the support and dedication. Justin would also like to thank his sister, who has always made him a better player due to the competitiveness when they were practicing with Dad outside the house. Even more important, she's an amazing person, and Justin couldn't wish for a better sister. Thank you to last year's seniors for showing Justin how to mature and be a leader during one of his most fun seasons of his career. Lastly, Justin would like to thank the other seniors, Dominique Arden, Payton Perotta, Connor McCormick, and Aiden Dixon. You guys are the greatest teammates Justin could ask for, and even more importantly, friends. Thank you, Sats, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills schools. Paul Joey Arcelanian is a senior boys golf student athlete who plans to attend the University of Michigan in the fall. Joey's favorite team memory is qualifying for the MHSAA state tournament last season. Joey's advice to future athletes is to cherish every single second of every practice, match, or tournament. The relationships you build through the season will last you a lifetime. Joey cannot say enough how thankful he is for Coach Hayes. He has not only been the most outstanding coach anyone could ever ask for, but also a great mentor for him through his high school career. He watched him develop throughout the last 4 years of his life as a golfer and a student and supported him throughout the way. There is no better feeling in the world than watching him cry tears of joy after realizing that the team qualified for states last season. Thank you, Joey Arcelanian, for your time and commitment to Bloomfield Hills schools. Parker Bass is a senior student athlete on the boys golf team who plans to study management at Michigan State University this fall. Parker's favorite team memory is getting to meet and know both the players and coaches better. Parker's advice to future athletes is to make sure you always try your hardest in whatever you do and give 100% effort 100% of the time. Don't be afraid to try a new sport or hobby. You don't know if you'll like it until you try it. Parker would like to thank his friends and family for supporting him through the ups and downs, and a special shout out to Joey, Max, and Colin for encouraging him to try out this year. We would have had a great season. Thank you, Parker Bass, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Max White is a senior student athlete on the boys golf team who plans to study business and entrepreneurship at Arizona State University this fall. Max's favorite team memory is of Southern Swing and dinner with the team at States. Max's advice to future athletes is to remember every player's score counts. Max would like to thank his parents for supporting him and helping him with the team as much as they did. Special thank you to Coach Hayes for being such a great coach and helping all of us reach our goals. Thank you, Max White, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Colin Segesser is a senior student athlete on the boys golf team who plans to study neuroscience at Michigan State University in the fall. Seg's favorite team memory is the Southern Swing, and his advice to future athletes is to never ever take golf advice from Max White. Seg would also like to thank his parents and Coach Hayes for the support. Eric Becker is a senior boys lacrosse student athlete who plans to study psychology at the University of Georgia in the fall. Eric's favorite team memory is of his off-season work with Coach Sennett. Eric's advice to future athletes is to never take a practice, game, or even a simple sprint for granted because you never know when it could be your last one. Eric would like to thank Coach Meter for supporting him through his lacrosse career. Thank you to all of the coaches for pushing him to be better, and thanks to his teammates for creating unforgettable memories. Lastly, thank you to Michael Zausmer for getting him to play lacrosse. Thank you, Eric Becker, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Bennett Cooper is a senior student athlete on the boys lacrosse team who plans to attend Michigan State University this fall to study marketing. Bennett's favorite team memory, one that he will not forget, is going coast to coast and scoring his first goal of the season his sophomore year. Bennett's advice to future athletes is if you put the work in to get better, the results will show. Bennett would like to thank his mom and dad for convincing him to try a sport that he never would have heard of when his family moved here. Because of them, Bennett found a new sport that he loved. Thank you, Bennett Cooper, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Joseph Fishkind is a senior student athlete on the boys lacrosse team who plans to attend Michigan State University in the fall to study information system and computer science. Joey's favorite team memory is of going to Rusty Bucket after winning all those home games. Joey's advice to future athletes is to make the most of high school and sports. You never know if it could end early. Joey would like to thank his friends and family for endless support and helping him get better at lacrosse. Thank you, Joey Fishkind, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Brice Gutowski is a senior student athlete on the boys lacrosse team who plans to attend the University of Michigan in the fall to study biochemistry. Brice's favorite team memory is winning the regional championship his sophomore year. Brice would like future athletes to fall in love with the process and not the end result. Brice would like to thank all of his coaches for a great and unforgettable 4 years, and to his parents for showing up to every game and cheering him on. Finally, a special thank you to his dad for being his coach, taking him to all the tournaments, working with and pushing him to be the best player he could be. Thank you, Brice Gutowski, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Jordan Hamilton is a senior boys lacrosse student athlete who plans to attend Bowling Green State University to study political science and pre-law this fall. Jordan's favorite team memory is blasting music in the locker room after beating Rochester Adams last season. Jordan's advice to future athletes is to not play with any regrets. Take chances and gamble on yourself. You never know when your last chance or opportunity will be, so leave everything you have on the field every time. Jordan would like to thank his teammates for always giving their best when they stepped out onto the field for practices or games. A special thank you to the coaches, especially coaches Riley and Chris, for believing in him, giving him a chance to play last year, and letting him make the most of it. Jordan would also like to thank his two best friends, Brice Gutowski and Brad Zausmer, for pushing him every day at practice to become a way better player than he thought he was. Finally, thank you to his parents for being the biggest support of his life and putting him in the sport that he loves so much. Thank you, Jordan Hamilton, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Shane Jacobson is a senior student-athlete on the boys lacrosse team who plans to study at Wayne State University in the fall. Shane's favorite team memory is of improving his skills and practicing with his teammates. Shane's advice to future athletes is to practice as much as you can. Shane would like to thank his coaches and teammates for teaching him how to improve as a player and being patient with him along the way. Thank you, Shane Jacobson, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Nick Joseph is a senior student-athlete on the boys lacrosse team who plans to study engineering at Oakland University this fall. Nick's favorite team memory is of carrying the nets one last time during tryouts. Nick's advice to future athletes is to practice, 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 and always strive to be the best. Nick would like to thank Brad for loaning him gloves and equipment. Thank you to his teammates for being helpful, and to the coaches for always pushing the team to do their best. Thank you, Nick Joseph, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. John's favorite team memory is scoring a hat trick against Lake Orion during his sophomore year. John's advice to future student athletes is to spend a lot of time working on stick skills like catching and throwing. Having good fundamentals will allow you to focus on other aspects of the game and will make the sport more enjoyable overall. John would like to thank all of the coaches who have helped him develop his lacrosse skills and significantly improve at lacrosse. John would like to especially thank his JV coaches, Brett Spansky, Larry Gutowski, Brandon Ager, and Coach Chris, who all taught him a lot and helped him improve a ton during his JV seasons. They gave me the opportunity to play varsity, and I'm very thankful for that. Thank you, John Keene, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Bailey Snyder is a senior student athlete in the boys lacrosse program who plans to study business at Oakland University. Bailey's favorite team memory is scoring a goal as a long pole. Bailey's advice to future athletes is to never be satisfied. There is always work to be done. Bailey would like to thank everyone who made the last few years so special. Thank you, Bailey Snyder, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Bradley Zausmer is a senior boys lacrosse student athlete who plans to attend the University of Michigan in the fall. Beef Daddy's favorite team memory is beating Lake Orion in regionals 2 years ago, and his advice to future athletes is to never take crap from Coach Cole and always wear your brace. Zaus would like to thank all of his coaches, Coach Meter, Cole, Chris, Mike, and even Coach Guido. You have pushed me to be the best player I can be. Thank you to his teammates, past and present. You guys have made the past few years some of the greatest of my life. To his parents, thank you for the endless support. You are the best two parents anyone could ever ask for. Thank you, Bradley Zausmer, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Zara Basha is a senior student athlete on the girls lacrosse team who plans to attend the University of Michigan in the fall to study international relations. Zara's favorite team memory is singing Girl on Fire, and her advice to future athletes is to take advantage of every moment and live it to the fullest. Sprint for that ground ball and run through that last lap, as your last season comes faster than you would expect. Zara would like to thank her mom for introducing her to lacrosse in 4th grade. It turned out to be one of their most valuable life experiences. Thank you to coaches Hannah and Emma and all the coaching staff at Bloomfield for pushing her to work harder. I laughed the hardest during lacrosse season. Thank you, Zara Basha, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Mia Bianchi is a senior student athlete on the girls lacrosse team who plans to study biochemistry this fall at Michigan State University. Mia's favorite team memory is tie-dyeing shirts and singing Girl on Fire with the team. Her advice to future athletes is clear eyes, full heart, can't lose. Mia would like to thank her parents for supporting and pushing her the hardest and always believing in her. Thank you, Mia Bianchi, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Riley Campbell is a senior student athlete on the girls lacrosse team who plans to study human biology at Michigan State University in the fall. Riley's favorite team memory is of the regional tournament during her sophomore year. Riley's advice to future athletes is to always play as a team and have fun doing it. Riley would like to thank her parents and grandparents for always supporting her in everything she does and being her #1 fan. Thank you, Riley Campbell, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Sophie Alter is a senior student athlete on the girls lacrosse team who plans to study at the College for Creative Studies in the fall. Soph's favorite team memory is the hype bus rides to the games, and her simple advice to future athletes is just have fun. Sophie would like to thank her parents and coaches for being great motivators. Dankeschön, Sophie Alter, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Courtney MD is a senior girls lacrosse student athlete who plans to attend the Ross School of Business at the University of Michigan in the fall. Courtney's favorite team memory is of her team slumber parties and when Emma threw her into the game at draw. Courtney's advice to future athletes is to consistently strive for new goals, make the best of the season, and get to know everyone on the team as best you can. Courtney would like to thank Coach Emma for being the greatest of all time and always pushing and encouraging her to be the best. Thank you to her parents for providing her with the opportunities she's had with lacrosse. Thank you, Courtney MD, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Julia Fortino is a senior student athlete on the girls lacrosse team who plans to continue her career at Albion College. Piggy's favorite team memory is becoming stalkers during last lacrosse season and, of course, the team sleepovers. Julia's advice to future athletes is, if you want to get out of practice early, it's really easy, don't mess around. Piggy would like to thank Coach Emma for supporting and always pushing her to be the best. Thank you, John, for being the best athletic trainer out there. Thank you, Jackie Osborne, for being the most sweet and supportive and smiley face inside the school, on the field, or in the gym, wherever you may be. Thank you to all of her teammates who have helped her make so many funny, sad, amazing, and weird memories she will keep forever. Lastly, thank you to her parents and brothers for always supporting her no matter what. Love you all, miss you guys so very much. Thank you, Piggy Fortino, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools, and go Brits. Grace Henderson is a senior student athlete on the girls lacrosse team who plans to study kinesiology in the fall at Michigan State University. Grace's favorite team memory is of Saturday practices and playing in the DCD tournament. Grace's advice to future student athletes is to not be afraid to try new things. Grace would like to thank her family and Julia and Amelia for convincing her to try lacrosse. Thank you, Grace Henderson, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Tailor Hughes is a senior student athlete on the girls lacrosse team who plans to study political science at Michigan State University in the fall. Taylor's favorite team memory is singing Girl on Fire in the locker room, and her advice to future athletes is to keep working and pushing herself. You can do anything you set your mind to. Taylor would like to thank her amazing teammates for giving her the best time of her life. Thank you, Tailor Hughes, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Sarah Sander is a senior student athlete on the girls lacrosse team who plans to attend Michigan State University in the fall to study human biology. Sarah's favorite team memory is beating Birmingham in regionals in 2018, and her advice to future student athletes is clear eyes, full heart, can't lose. Sarah would like to say thank you to Coach Emma Mucci. She's helped her grow as a defensive player and as a teammate. Without Emma, she would not be where she is today. Thank you, Sarah Sander, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Sylvia Avery, a senior softball student athlete, plans to attend Wayne State University this fall to study accounting. Syl's favorite team memory was when Cassidy ate a worm, and her advice to future student athletes is to have fun, but always focus on the game. Syl would like to thank coaches Whitmire and Probst for always giving her some form of pep talk, whether it be good or bad. They always worked. Syl's special thank you goes to her mom for pushing her to be the best she could ever be in softball. Thank you, Sylvia Avery, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Sari Kelman is a senior softball student athlete who plans to attend Indiana University to study business in the fall. Kelman's favorite memory is of walking off the field after those long doubleheaders and being in the best mood because of being part of such a great and cheerful team. Those were the best moments. Sari's advice to future athletes is the meaning of dedication. Dedication does not mean simply to love the sport. Dedication accounts for much more: hard work, accountability, respect, and attitude. Sari would like to thank her coaches for always believing in her and teaching her how to give 110%, and to her teammates for always being supportive and making softball the most fun 3 months of each year. As a team, the dedication showed both on and off the field. Thank you, Sari Kelman, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Hannah Kelly, a senior softball student athlete, plans to attend Wayne State University in the fall to study biology with a minor in psychology. Hannah's favorite team memory was hitting a home run at U of M last season. Hannah's advice to future players is to always wear socks with your cleats and never question country music and always have fun. Hannah would like to thank Coach Whitmire and Probst for helping her expand her skills to be a better player on such a great team. Special thank you to the team for being the family she needed during rough times. Thank you, Hannah Kelly, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Olivia Lucia is a senior softball student athlete who plans to attend Michigan State University in the fall. Liv's favorite team memory is of beating Berkeley on our home field last season. Liv's advice to future athletes is to play every game like it's your last. Put your all into each and every game. Liv would like to thank her coaches for always making practice fun and enjoyable. Shout out to her teammates for always being there for her and acting like a family. Thank you, Olivia Lucia, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Liliana Spencer, a senior softball player, plans to attend Michigan State University to study business this coming fall. Lil's favorite team memory was playing at U of M last year, and her advice to future players is that when Probst asks if you'd like candy from his car, she promises that it's okay. Lil would like to thank coaches Whitmire and Probst for being the best coaches. Thank you, Liliana Spencer, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Melissa Briggs is a senior student athlete on the girls' soccer team who plans to attend Michigan State University in the fall to study either kinesiology or biology. Mel's favorite team memory is the team sleepover during her freshman year where Lyric and Sydney swam in Orchard Lake in 30-degree weather. Mel's advice to future athletes is to never take anything for granted. You never know when your last practice, pasta party, team sleepover, or game may be. Melissa would like to thank her parents for always supporting her through her soccer career. She wouldn't be the player she is today without them. Mo would also like to thank her teammates for always having her back on and off the field. And lastly, thank you to all the coaches who guided her and encouraged her to be the best player and person she could be. Thank you, Melissa Briggs, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Isabelle Harbor is a senior student athlete on the girls' soccer team who plans to attend the University of Michigan in the fall. Izzy's favorite team memory is winning last year's district final. The amazing and unstoppable feeling during the game that culminated in holding the wooden mitten. Izzy's advice to future athletes is if you really want to prove yourself, work as absolutely hard as you can. Don't focus on what others tell you. Focus on the team, and the possibilities are endless. Izzy would like to thank all the coaches in the program. Every single one of them made her experience in the program enjoyable and memorable. Izzy would also like to thank all of her teammates because she couldn't imagine playing with anyone else. All of the parents who helped organize spiritware and concessions also deserve a big thank you because the program wouldn't nearly be as great without them. Lastly, thank you to her families for supporting her, the team, and the program. Thank you, Isabelle Harbor, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Leah Marciando is a senior student athlete on the girls' soccer team who plans to study pre-med in the Lyman Briggs College at Michigan State University this fall. Leah's favorite team memory is when the team found out that Coach Connor auditioned for the TV show The Bachelor. Leah's advice to future athletes is to not give up or quit playing soccer just because you didn't make the team you want. Make the most out of every opportunity you are given and don't dwell on the unknown. Keep playing because you will make the best friendships and the best memories. Finally, make every practice, game, tournament, tryout like it's your last because you never know when it could end. Leah would like to thank her mom and dad for allowing her to continue her soccer career, both travel and high school. She cannot thank them enough for the long hours at practices, drives to games, and countless weekends at tournaments. You both have given up so much so she was able to play a sport that she loved. Thank you, Leah Marciando, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Molly Pollen is a senior student athlete on the girls' soccer team who plans to study engineering at the University of San Diego in the fall. Molly's favorite team memory is when the whistle blew at the end of the district final game and the feeling of becoming the first ever district champion for girls soccer at Bloomfield Hills High School. Molly's advice to future athletes is to work hard and have as much fun as you can on the team because the 3 years she got to play for them flew by. Molly would give anything to play her final season, so enjoy it while it lasts. It will be something you will always remember. Molly would like to thank the amazing team she's been able to play with over the past few years. The girls have made it one of her favorite teams to ever be a part of, and she's going to miss them a lot. Molly would also like to thank her family for their consistent support and for always motivating her to be the best player and person she could be. Thank you, Molly Pollen, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Susan Banyon is a senior student athlete on the girls' tennis team who plans to attend Michigan State University in the fall to study supply chain management. Sue's favorite team memory is winning states last year with her partner, Emma Gray. Sue's advice to future athletes is to work your hardest every day in practice and cherish the memories with the team. Tennis season had the best moments of her high school career, and they should never be taken for granted. Sue would like to thank coaches Chris and Nicole for always pushing her to be her best and work the hardest. Sue would also like to thank her parents for always coming to matches and taking time to support her through the season. Thank you, Susan Banyon, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Kayla Barnard is a senior student athlete on the girls' tennis team who plans to attend Elon University this fall to study exercise science. Kayla's favorite team memory is rushing onto the courts to celebrate when either she or one of her teammates would win a big match at states. One of the fondest memories is rushing the court after her older sister had finally won state title at the #1 doubles position. Kayla's advice to future players is play as much as you can in the offseason and give it your all during the season. These past 3 years on varsity team have brought her some of the best memories and friends. The excitement of stepping onto the court each match, cheering on your teammates, winning regionals, receiving the trophy, and screaming our cheer at the state courts are like nothing else you will ever experience. Kayla would also like to thank coaches Chris and Nicole. They have been the best coaches that she has ever had and have pushed her to be the best player that she could be through the past 4 years. They've been supportive through the success and failures both on and off the court, and Kayla is thankful for their friendship. Kayla would also like to thank her parents, who have been the biggest cheerleaders these past 3 tennis seasons. They've attended every single match and were always proud of her no matter the outcome of the match. They were always the loudest ones cheering at states, and Kayla feels she would not have been as successful if they weren't for them. Lastly, a thank you to Jenna Silverman, who has been playing tennis with Kayla since 5th grade. Jenna's cheered and motivated her to push herself and comforted her in her losses. They made the varsity team together as freshmen and ended their senior year as captains of the team. Thank you, Kayla Barnard, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Ashika Du Dich is a senior student athlete on the girls' tennis team who plans to study business and nursing dual degree program at the University of Pennsylvania in the fall. Ashika's favorite team memory is spending time with the team off the court and going to states. Her advice to future athletes is to always show up for practices and stay for the matches because, in the end, memories and relationships are the best part. Ashika would like to thank her team for always being there to cheer her on and always finding a way to laugh their way through long practices. Ashika has formed so many great memories and met some of her best friends through tennis and couldn't be more grateful. Lastly, Ashika would like to thank coaches Chris and Nicole for always being there for her and putting her in so much effort to make sure she was always able to play at her best. Lastly, thank you to her family for their support and always being there for her. Thank you, Ashika Du Dich, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Jenna Silverman is a senior tennis student athlete who plans to study biopsychology, cognition, and neuroscience at the University of Michigan. J-Train's favorite team memory is in the huddle on the courts at Midland Tennis Center, where we gave pep talks and did one last loud cheer as a team before competing for the state title. Jenna would like to thank coaches Chris and Nicole for their amazing coaching and support that led her to win an individual state championship at 4 singles her sophomore year and beat a tough component from Grosse Pointe South in the semifinals at 3 singles during her junior year. Jenna thanks them for giving her the opportunity to play singles all 3 seasons. A special thank you to her parents, friends, and family for their continuous support through this tennis journey and being her biggest fans. Lastly, thank you to the teammates for the best 3 years of her life. A big shout out to Kayla, her tennis bestie since 5th grade. We would have had so much fun being co-captains our senior year. I will cherish the memories together and the friendships we built through our shared love of the game. Thank you, Jenna Silverman, for the time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Dominique Arden is a senior student athlete on the track and field team. Dom plans to attend Central Michigan University in the fall to study broadcast and cinematic arts. Dom's favorite team memory is of making states last year, the team dinner before the event, and the camaraderie the team shared during that time. Dominique's advice to future athletes is to cherish the moments you have in life because you never know when you can beat Evan or Kobe in a race again. Dom would like to thank the coaches for putting their time and effort in training us, being their counselor, and teaching them struggles they may face in life and how to overcome them. Dominique would also like to acknowledge the booster parents for the support and hard work. Thank you, Dominique Arden, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Devin Holmes is a senior track and field student athlete who plans to attend Gallaudet University in Washington, D.C. this fall, where he plans to study education. DKH's favorite team memory is competing against Ryan Miskelly. And his advice to future athletes is to always work hard and earn your position on the team. DK would like to thank the coaches, team, and interpreters for helping him through his 4 years. He is grateful for the team and all of his new friends. Thank you, Devin Holmes, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Nathan Howard is a senior student athlete on the track and field team who plans to study psychology at Central Michigan University this fall. Nathan's favorite team memory was watching the throws team run the 200-yard dash at Avondale last season. Nathan's advice to future athletes is to never talk during warm-ups. They'll go from 15 minutes to an hour real quick if you do. Nathan would like to thank all the coaches and his parents for always pushing and believing in him and his athletic potential. Thank you to all of the staff for their incredible work they do through the season. Thank you, Nathan Squalese Howard, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Shelby Jenkins is a senior track and field student athlete who plans to study political science at the University of Michigan. Shelby's favorite team memory is celebrating with teammates after qualifying for the state meet her sophomore year. Shelby's advice to future athletes is to make the most out of every practice and meet. Even the hard days are part of such an awesome experience. Shelby would like to thank her coaches for helping her become the runner she is today. Thank you to the teammates for giving her memories she will hold on to for years, and thank you to her family for being her strongest supporters. Thank you, Shelby, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Mari Lynn is a senior track and field student athlete who plans to study pharmaceutical sciences at The Ohio State University in the fall. Mari's favorite team memory is of the team banquets because everyone is always together. Mari's advice to future athletes is to always stretch before you run and push yourself. Mari would like to thank all the coaches for the support and encouragement. Thank you to all the parents and volunteers who delivered us snacks and stood in the rain to cheer us on over the years. Thank you to the team for being so much fun. Thank you, Mari Lynn, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Ryan Bandit Miskelly is a senior track and field student athlete who plans to study business at Michigan State University this fall. Bandit's favorite team memory is having fun with all of his friends, and his advice to future athletes is to stick with it and work hard on your goals. Bandit would like to thank his family for supporting him and always coming to meets throughout his 4 years. Lastly, thank you to his teammates for making a grueling sport more enjoyable. Thank you, Ryan Miskelly, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Brendan Murray is a senior track and field student athlete who plans to study sports management at the University of Michigan this coming fall. Brendan's favorite team memory is getting closer to his teammates during distance runs through the pouring rain. You can learn a lot over multiple miles in the freezing rain. Brendan's advice to future athletes is don't be one of those who quit track because it's too hard. Brendan would like to thank his family for supporting him and always coming to his meets for the 4 years. Brennan would also like to thank his teammates for making a grueling sport more enjoyable. Thank you, Brennan Murray, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Caroline Paddock is a senior student athlete on the track and field team who plans to study broadcast journalism this fall at the University of Kentucky. Caroline's favorite team memory is setting the new school record in the 4x8 her sophomore year at the New Balance Invite with Aaron DeMarzo, Shelby Jenkins, and Megan Threlkeld. Caroline's advice to future athletes is to support your team even when track feels like it's an individual sport. At the end of each practice or meet, whatever the outcome, appreciate the experience and focus on what lies ahead. Caroline would also like to thank Coach Rich Richardson for being a great leader for everyone on the team and continually trying to bring the best out in everyone while being each runner's #1 fan. Thank you, Caroline Paddock, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. Chloe Spencer is a senior student athlete on the track and field team who plans to study media business and management at Oakland Community College. Chloe's favorite team memory is the day she was introduced to shot put. As nervous as she was and as terrible as her form may have been, she had so much fun learning the technique. Her second favorite memory was throwing 90-foot in discus. She was so confused that she had Coach Richardson and Mickley double-check the distance. Chloe wishes future athletes to explore all of the options and to know that track can teach you so much more while being tons of fun. Chloe would like to thank Coach Richardson for being dedicated and patient coach. Thank you, Chloe Spencer, for your time and dedication to Bloomfield Hills Schools. We would like to thank the following senior student athletes for their time and dedication over the last 4 years: Christian Carlton, Dominic Curdy, Alec Ward, Ariana Jones, Owen Winter, Lucas Ball, Ben Perry, Aaron DeMarzo, and Paige Pierce. We're truly sorry for these and all the students for missing out on such an important high school experience.